All right, I just hit the record button. Let's give it one more minute.
Hey, Thad, quick question for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You're probably going to cover this, but do you run your leads on top of the HQ's grand opening marketing plan?
What is HQ's grand opening marketing plan? You mean the Go? You talk about the Go program that they do that where the $2,000 worth of advertising, or
Yeah.
are they still doing that?
They're still doing that.
Okay, because a message just went out that they were not going to be doing marketing. Maybe they're just only doing that now because they were going to stop doing the lead launcher and give out the funnels. Are they requiring you to do that?
You can opt out because right now I'm kind of in that period where maybe I'm 10 weeks out, so they're kind of like recommending. So I just kind of want to see how your leads are working with or your ads are working on top of or if you utilize the grand opening scheme from HQ.
I mean, I had a bad experience with the grand opening program. I don't know if it's worked well for other people, but I have not heard well as far as the amount of money spent and the amount of leads. I'm not here to bash HQ, but have they been running it for you right now? Like, has it been running already?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Okay, well, what I would suggest if you're going to run it, I would do things. You really got to track it. You got to track and see how they're doing. If you're gonna work with them, I would absolutely get on them. I've fired them a couple times running ads for me just because the performance was dismal. I just talked to one other owner that Quan had me talk to. She got 19 leads in one sale with a $2,000 ad spend. Quan, how many leads do you have now, and how much have you spent?
I think I spent maybe so far like 125, maybe 150, and I have about 170 leads.
So just under $1 each, huh?
That's not typical performance. I'm going to be honest there.
Yeah, but understanding that I'm new to the market, so a lot of people are seeing me and they're like, "Oh, check this out."
Yep.
You know, a year, maybe 6 months from now, it could be like $3, $4, $5. I don't know. But I think if Thad is being too nice right now, what I think I've experienced in talking to new owners who have allowed HQ to handle the Go program has not been pretty. That's all I can say.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Well, I'm trying to play nice with them too, Quan. I talked to the vice president of franchising. We've got the FAC coming up.
Yep.
I don't want to be. I just don't want the word to get out that I'm bashing HQ. But yeah, their performance has been not so hot from everything I've seen and in my own experience. So all I can say is I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest reason is that they're not handling it nearly as conscientious as the owner would. They're not targeting and spending as much time and effort as we would ourselves. That's the biggest issue. And $500 a month going towards it is not nearly enough. Would you agree?
Yeah. We'll go through that. We just have somebody, Bihai. Please correct me if I'm not saying it right. She said she's doing the Go program right now. It doesn't seem that great. How are they? We decided what happened. Can she hear me? She just chatted that. I'd love to hear what she has some very recent experience with
it. She. Yeah,
there now.
There you go.
Hear you.
Good. It's Beihai, thanks. So yeah, we just went through that process, and it was painstaking trying to go back and forth with them. And then what they presented to us was kind of, I don't know, excuse my French, but half-ass. And it's like, that's $2,000 worth. So we decided not to proceed with it because I don't feel it's going to generate that. And plus, it's conflicting with what we're trying to do. So we just put a pause on it for now. I don't know. It's the back and forth. I feel like we have a very junior team working on this, and their experience reflects what they've been showing us and how they've been reacting.
Behai, what are you trying to do that you think is in conflict? I'm just curious.
Well, they have that 21 days for $67 that's running.
Okay.
But we're trying to do something similar, but it's like don't want to compete against each other. I rather control, right? At least the money, we would get the money coming into us versus coming into corporate.
So I just ran into this situation with the website, and for all you new owners, it might be something to think about. I didn't even have my demolition permits yet, and they were selling 21-day packages, and people were buying them already. And number one, I'm not opening with that. And this is one of the things that Jody's going to bring up at the meeting is some congruence with owners. At the very, 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 very least, can we get the HQ website to work alongside owners during their most important time, you know? And that could even be taking the reservation fee for whatever opening challenge you do or whatever, but can we at least have you guys on board with what we're doing instead of this or turn off your stuff, you know, just do a free week or whatever, that's fine. Or, you know, it's just turn off the sales. I complained, and what I did was I basically bought I had 2 domains. I got Delray FitBody, I got FitBody Delray. And I just basically shot all my traffic to Delray FitBody and didn't advertise anything with FitBody Delray. So, I mean, and that fixed my problem. They didn't end up actually taking it down, but I stopped getting just redirected. So
well, the other thing I want to add, if that's okay, is that somebody already signed up for the 21-day, and I have no preparation from corporate. Okay, well, what does this entail? What is this nutrition plan you're talking about? Because people are expecting a meal plan, and I'm like, I'm not, because they're emailing us already, and we're not.
That's a really good point, especially in your situation. I take it for granted because we had already opened locations before. We knew what was up, but for someone brand new, it's like you're not even.
Yeah, I'm still going through all the training, and I would just love where's my playbook on how to handle these type of promotions? Because people are like, okay, when are you opening? Because I want to do this, and they have 6 million questions. They said, you know, be patient. We'll get the answers for you. So I think we're leaning towards redirecting the traffic, though. I think that's a good idea.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Who was that?
I don't know. Who was that?
This is Darrell.
Darrell. Okay.
Yeah, you're on there.
Oh, thanks, Quan. So, Thad, thank you for coming on the call again. I actually reached out to you and Jody with an email, I guess about a week and a half ago. My wife and I are opening in May, and we ran our Facebook ads basically on the steps that you gave on the last call. And we're up to about 150 leads right now. We spend about $600 bucks. So
okay,
a little bit more than we anticipated, but we're not disappointed. My question for you is really 2-part. One, can you address how and when you actually start doing follow-up? Because we're still a ways out, and you don't want these leads to go cold on you. So
we're going to get into all that. Yeah, I'm going to go into that step by step, and if I do miss a step or something, just hit me up.
Let's let's get into the nitty gritty then. You know.
I am going to go into that's actually one of the bullet points that Quan and I decided to talk about was what do we do and when we start lead follow up and all that. So, but yeah, and in your what right there, how much? What's my that's a $4 to $5 a lead? Is that about right?
We're fluctuating right now something between 5 and mid and high 5s to mid 5s right now.
Yeah, and that's fairly normal. I mean, from my experience in 3 different South Florida locations, and that's still oodles better than what a lot of other techniques will get you. Now, the downside of the giveaway is you're going to have a less relevant lead. I mean, it's still a good lead, but it's, you know, somebody's clicking on something for free. So, but I say get as many as you can.
So my last comment, and I'll let you go. To Dina's point, I mean, one of the frustrations with working with HQ on the marketing plan is the disconnection. So we actually wanted to open with a challenge, but they're doing their promotion is I think a 21-day offer, LBO.
Yeah.
So what we've done in our case is we got on the phone with whoever our marketing person was, because one thing, my wife and I are still working, so we really would like someone to kind of help us with this, and we actually don't want to waste a $2,000 credit if we have it. So we're being very, very direct in exactly what we want them to do, and we've been very specific that if this doesn't happen, then we're just going to pull the plug on it all together. So, but we are going to give it a chance and continue our marketing efforts, not running alongside them, but suspending it until they get up and running, and then see how it goes. And if we're not seeing the results, we'll just cut it off altogether.
I'd be curious to ask, if you asked them if you could have their last 20 franchise, if the performance records of the last 20, you know, that'd be interesting.
I'm going to ask that. Thank you very much.
Just see how they respond to that. The thing is, though, and this is partially their fault. Just lack of clarity is they're always running something on their page. Your location can do whatever you want. I'm sorry, I'm not mute. Okay, I thought I was muted. But your location can do whatever you want. You can run 5 different challenges if you want to in the beginning. It doesn't matter. And they'll always have there'll always be a 21-day option someone can go buy for $67. Sometimes they change it up a little bit on the page, but you'll always be able to run whatever you want. I mean, as far as a challenge, at least as of now, anyway. I mean, it's you're not locked into them. They're not advertised. That's just their standard promotion that's always running. So I think I don't know, and that's my other issue is why aren't they working along with us in a way that promotes, you know, the most important day of the business, the launch, you know.
Hey guys. So yeah, I think you know, most of us may be in agreement that the Go program probably isn't the best option. Let's take a step back and maybe go take this call from a more strategic perspective, and then go through exactly what, you know, I think is going to be really important for all of us. And Thad is, you know, has got a formula that works for him, and maybe he can go through his Go strategy and what is, you know, what is part of his Go strategy, and then talk about the type of challenge that he would run. And what he would recommend for us, something simple, easy to follow and execute, and then have questions along the way. So
I'll give I think, I don't know, Quan, if you've introduced who I am at all, but we own 3 locations in South Florida. I don't know if and we just opened our 3rd location. This is last week was this is the finish of our first week, and we have 270 people working out in there right now. So we opened our doors with that many people working out. You know, we've got salary covered. I paid my trainers not out of my own pocket, which was nice. You know, I have a nice little credit card bill, I will admit, but we'll work on that. But all I have is like all I know is what works for me, and what I'm going to go over is a really simple format that is easily modifiable. And I will be totally honest, we followed this format, but a lot of things we winged every time. I always feel like I should have planned it out better. And I like some of these people have these grand opening strategies day by day. That sounds really cool. Maybe I'll make one of those one day, but you can wing it and you can be successful. You just got to know how to wing it.
Yeah, Thad, I'm glad you're saying that, because a lot of us, because we're so new, we're novices, you know, the complexity of these, you know, these complex Go strategies.
Yeah.
You know, because what we want to know from you is, how do we execute an effective Go strategy that's really simple and easy to understand? So let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, first off, I'm going to go over kind of what the main strategy is, and then I'm going to hit up some of the questions that you had, Quan. Let's start off. A couple of you guys are signing your lease or about to sign your lease. I talked to Quan about this just a month ago or a month and a half ago. And I said, so what are you doing for getting leads? He says, well, it's too early. I haven't started. And I said, well, that's silly. No, it's not too early. The second, this is my own personal experience. The second you sign your lease, start gathering leads. Why not? Like, why wouldn't you be gathering leads? And psychologically, I understand. Like your attitude, Quan, was, well, it's way too early to be doing this. Even a couple of days ago with the giveaway, right? Well, I don't even know. It might be 6 months, might be 9. Who cares? It's not like these people are out there conspiring and thinking about, well, did they open or not? Oh, I didn't get my phone call. I mean, they entered a giveaway. They know there's probably a small chance they're going to win. But you've got their email, their phone number, and their name. And I say gather those leads ASAP. And and with that, we're going to get into how to do that using Facebook. Hopefully, I mean that's one of the goals of this call, is to go over just building an ad. And I think I might, just for fun, start running a 6-month giveaway just right now to gather some leads myself at one of our locations. And I'll walk you through building an ad. We'll build what's called a dynamic Facebook ad using a variety of videos or pictures. And that's what Quan is kicking ass with. And let me see. There were a couple other owners that emailed me and said that they were doing really well. So I was really happy about that. It's not rocket surgery. It's just having the right verbiage and having the right images. And I'll give you guys the images that seem to work best for me and some of the videos that work. And Quan's laughing because can you guys see my video? There's an image like this. There's a girl on a suspension trainer, and she has a wonderful posterior. And my God, it gets a lot of leads. But and that's not marketing to men either. I don't even waste my time marketing to men. But we'll go into that later, building audiences. So do it as soon as you sign your lease. So you're going to run, and there's a lot of different ways to do this. You can do what we're going to go over, which is like a Facebook lead ad. And I just kind of pitch that because it's the simplest and easiest way to get started. You don't have to have a landing page. You don't have to have a ClickFunnels account. You can just, throw some money at it, get it set up, and you start getting leads. And then however you deal with those, well, that's really the next big step. But you can do that. Or the other thing you can do is you can have a landing page. You can have a ClickFunnels page, things like that. And with that, like what I would suggest doing is if you do the ClickFunnels thing, it's nice to have a landing page on top of getting leads, just so you have, in any conversation you're with anybody, any conversation, you can say, go here and sign up. Any email, any message, anything like that, I suggest having something. Sure, we can do lead ads all day and get that, but you're going to have people contacting you on, Facebook Messenger. You're going to want something to point them to. And frankly, we don't want to point them to the HQ website. Why? Because it's not currently with our objectives. So we want to get them. We want to get their name, email, and phone number. That's really the biggest thing we want to do before we open. So, yeah.
Just to be clear, so you're talking about people who don't have their website yet, like they're too new to have it.
You should get your website almost immediately. You've already signed, right?
Yeah, no, I've been operational since November, but okay. I'm saying you're saying to get the landing page. Because I just send them to my website, they put in for like their 3 free, and now I have their information.
So here's the downside. I'm specifically talking about for pre-open.
Okay.
So for pre-open, I want whatever gets me a name, an email, and a phone number. Now the downside, here's the downside of seeing the website is if they sign up there for the challenge, you don't get that money. And it just makes more sense to put them into a giveaway, and I think you'll get a lot more. If you send them to the HQ's page versus you send them to a page that says, I'm giving away $10,000 in memberships, put your info in now and I'll contact you, right before open. That one's going to convert way better, a giveaway. In fact, I think HQ should probably start, at the very least, they should have their website starting with the giveaway too. That would be one simple way they could be in congruence with owners. I say do a giveaway when you start out because that's the only thing I know how to do. And that's what's worked for us. Just do a big giveaway, gather as many leads as you can, and then basically what we're going to go into is what you do with those leads and how you get them into an opening challenge.
Thad, can you guys hear me okay? Awesome. So I just got a call from the realtor with some good news. I had to hop off for a second. Now I'm on the one my wife's on. But those lead ads, the ad that Quan, you sent me, that Thad sent you, I've been running that for about a week now. I did a test. I've spent about $47 so far, and I've generated 79 leads. And they're just going to, it's insane, 54 cents a lead.
Oh my God. Can I verify is that name, email, and phone?
That is 90% are giving me their name and email and phone. A couple of them just name and email.
Okay.
But Chatter on Facebook is phenomenal as well, and people are so excited about it. So I'm engaged with them. So that works, and they're just going to, like, I did it half-assed, like not like done's better than perfect, right? So they're going to a real simple done for you landing page on Facebook newsletter, which I just, Fit Pro newsletter. I just figured out this morning how to link that through to Fit Pro tracker. Now I'm scrambling. I'm like, oh my God, I got to follow up with these guys and get them. So I'm like engaging with them, but the shit works. It's amazing.
Quick suggestion for you. Is that a giveaway? Is it like a giveaway landing page?
6 months.
So what I would suggest to you is go to GoDaddy. Have you bought a domain yet?
Yes.
Okay, so I would just point that domain to that page before you're open and use that to give out to people. Hey, enter right here. Go to so-and-so Fit Body.
That's what I'll do. Yeah.
So I don't know why you wouldn't do that. I'm thinking about any confusion with HQ.
Because I haven't signed my lease yet. I guess I have to leave in a few minutes to go look at a really good place now. But we haven't signed the lease. But I'm just like, we're currently in a good position because we'll be the only boot camp style class in our town. So people are really excited about it. So
that is amazing ad performance.
And I saw that. I put an extra $100 behind. I'm just going to keep running it till it stops working. So.
And hey, and for everybody else listening, don't let that discourage you. If you're getting $5 or $6 a lead where you're at, that is also good to get someone's name, email, and phone number. That is not a bad price. I know people that struggle to get. I know people that average $10 to $15 a lead like that. So I mean, it's not doing what I'm doing, but just in general, that's what it comes down to. And when you look at what it takes with a landing page and all that, sending advertising to say a ClickFunnels, and you actually look at how much it's really costing you to get their info, it usually runs up there. So if you can get it for $5 or less, I say definitely stick with it. And then, kind of balance things out. When you get up past that, you might decide to keep running it. You might not. I've got some I'm running right now at $6 or $7 a lead. So, but it's for a focused thing. It's for a 21-day program I'm sending them to. So.
Hey, can I just throw something in? Everyone on the call, Thad gave me permission to share the ad he recommended for me. So if you guys email me, I put my email in the chat box. If you email me, I'll respond with that ad.
Hey, one other real quick question. One thing I was concerning. I had about 229 people go to the landing page, but then it's only about a 25% actual sign-up link. So I added a before and after photo to that. Do you know, Thad, do you have any stats, or does anyone have any stats on what their actual click-through rate is for that ad?
This is, you're saying, 25% is a pretty good conversion rate for a page.
Okay.
I'll tell you that's fine. I mean, I've ran traffic to pages and, gotten 6 and 7% and ran successful challenges off that. You just got to keep pummeling them. And it really depends on what it is. Giveaways will get a lot more.
Okay.
But you do have to for everybody, just so you know, and Facebook will let you know quickly, before and afters. The page, if you're paying for ads to send them to that page, Facebook will dock you if you have. They'll not approve. They'll disapprove the ad. And you'll have to get it appealed. If you have before and afters on your landing page, it's worth the risk on the landing page because you can just take them off or put them back on. But if it's on your ad, they'll automatically catch it.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Before and afters will get you. Let me see here. So we've got running lead ads, which we've talked about through to a $10,000 membership giveaway, or I suggest some sort of landing page. You can do them on FitPro newsletter. It doesn't have to be fancy. Send them there. Have an address to point to. It could be FitBody this, FitBody that, whatever. It could be grandopeningfitbody.com, whatever you want it to be. Let me see. Here's the big thing. While all this is going on, you need to be updating everybody with every little piece of progress. So every piece of progress you can update on, and I signed my lease. You shaking hands with the landlord. We signed the lease. We're good. People love this kind of the family feel where it's like you and your wife are there shaking hands with the. It's a real family-owned business. It feels good. It feels good on both sides. And I did a live video with my wife in the back of a U-Haul a few weeks ago, unloading weights, talking about our grand opening challenge. We have a video that got a crap load, and I'm going to suggest this idea. If you do any demolition, get you and maybe one of your trainers in there, if you have a trainer yet, sledgehammer and walls, and just talking about your grand opening, and then how it's going to happen. But every little piece of progress, go harass your contractor here and there. What are you working on? Oh, we just got our walls up. Yay. Whatever it may be, whatever you can think of to update on Facebook Live. Facebook Live has without even putting any money at it, it has a extra social media juice, I guess to say, a little more power. It gets viewed by more people, so especially people that like your page than just a post. So lives are more powerful. So live video is more powerful than a video that is posted. So if you did a video previously and then posted the video. So, but I guess that's really the biggest thing. Every piece of news, every piece of progress, everything you can do. And that goes along with HQ auto posting. HQ auto posting is cool. It's nice. You can also one quick thing when we're talking about leads in Facebook. Any comments you have, anybody who likes the page, you can invite them. Anybody who likes your post, you can invite them to like your page. You just click on the likes, and it'll give you a whole list you can invite. I highly suggest inviting as many people as you can to like your page. Anybody who comments, you can start a Facebook Messenger. You can start a Facebook Messenger conversation with. So here is my suggestion: in Facebook Messenger, in your business page manager, there is an option for, it's not called saved replies. So get some text like info about your grand opening. Expect when are you opening? What is your opening? Expect questions like what's your schedule going to be? All these questions, and then have saved replies. So you can go down there and anybody who says, like, they'll tag their friend, hey, what do you think, Julie? And they'll tag their friend, go message her and say, hey, I saw you commented on the post, and have a pre-made thing. I saw you commented on the post. Just wanted to let you know we're going to be open. It's going to be amazing, blah, 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 lots of cool text.
Hey, Thad.
So that'll save you a lot of time.
Hey, Thad.
Let you grab more leads in process. Yeah.
So, I'm far from my open. I don't know exactly when my open is going to be. I don't have a schedule. I don't have hours.
Yeah.
And, with your Del Rey, you started marketing like 6+ months before. How do you typically respond to people? What I've been doing is just, I send them a welcome email. Sometimes I would do like a detailed response saying, I'm sorry, I don't have a date yet. I'm working with the town. They're going to be very difficult. Please excuse us and be patient, that kind of thing. But how do you respond? Or how did you touch these people when they?
I'm sorry. You already have you already have enough info to respond to those questions. I mean, you're going to be running morning sessions, right? Early morning. So, I mean, give them as much info as you can. We're going to be running morning, noon, and night sessions. whatever you can give them. I mean, we'll have more details as we get closer to open. A lot of our messages end with caveats like that. We'll have more details closer to open. But I can let me.
What I found that is,
up here. Go ahead.
Most of the people that I respond to who have these questions generally appear to be very understanding. You know, they say, "Oh, you open yet? What are your hours?" And I respond by telling them, "I'm sorry, we're not open yet. Here's as much information I can give you." And then generally they're pretty understanding, and I'll get a response like, "Great, I can't wait."
Well, and that's where keeping people updated on your page really pays off too, because I've had numerous people where I've even sent them video links to the live video. Hey, did you catch our last update? And then shoot them the link. So it's handy to have those updates just for using them on the spot, but also people that are watching you can see, can track, can see what's really going on. So like, here's one I did. We have one for people. Hey, it automatically puts your name in there. Hey, I saw your comment on our post. We're opening this Monday. Finally. I want to let you know I still have a few orientation spots left at 5 p.m., tomorrow 1 p.m., blah, blah, blah. Here's the calendar. Lock in your spot. There's 0 obligations, but it's going to be a life-changing 6-week transformation, and it's from Jesse Turon, our Delray Fit Body facility leader. And I just, anytime someone asks about it or comments on the post, I just launch that over to them. So, works. Yeah.
Question for you. Okay. I'm getting prospects, I guess, from, can you hear me? Okay. From the newsletter, Fit Body newsletter. After I get those prospects, does the newsletter, do they send out an automatic reply to that? I've been sending a reply, but I'm not sure if I'm like sending too much and they're already sending something as soon as that prospect comes in. Well,
if they're in Fit Pro newsletter, they're going to be getting that. I think they're going to get a recipe a week. They're going to get that newsletter. So it's a good time. I don't know if you've turned it on yet, or if it has to be turned on, but you need to set up your basic template for that newsletter. That way, it'll say who you are, what your location is, and all that. And it'll keep you at least fresh in their minds. Email is not as valuable as it used to be, but still. They know there's this Fit Body something that keeps emailing them. Oh, and then when your grand opening comes, you'll be fresher on their mind than you would have been with 0 contact.
But are they sending the initial welcome email when somebody signs up as a prospect?
What welcome email are you talking about?
Well, when they sign, I guess when they sign up, I get the notification they're a prospect. I'm sending out a welcome email. Hi, thank you for being interested, blah, 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 blah. I'm just wondering, am I double?
I don't know.
There is an automated one. Yeah.
That's from HQ site?
Yeah, Club Ready automatically sends that out, guys.
Okay, good.
Well, no, I'm not. It's not from Club Ready, though. I don't have
I know. As soon, so if you have Club Ready and Fit Pro already set up, it automatically puts people in the Club Ready, and it sends them a thank you. Here's your login to Club Ready, and then another email to update your subscription.
Okay.
So you probably want to put your own email and test out the flows just so you can see what they see.
Yeah, very, very good point. And all these things we're doing, I have done some dumb stuff and wasted some money on ads that didn't even work because I didn't test them out and I was just in a rush. So test out everything, run through it once. Good advice.
Thad, I wanted to ask you regarding your Facebook posting when people ask. A lot of people have been asking about, well, what are your prices? And I don't want to put our pricing in the comments. So we're responding them privately, but I don't know what your approach has been.
Well, you wanted to open with a big challenge, right? Was that correct?
We're still working on that. We're about 3-4 weeks away.
Well, I mean, you can craft it. I guess right now you can craft up responses. We're building out our opening challenge right now. We'll be notifying everyone the pricing once we get it. Now, I don't mind saying I never give membership prices out. Nobody does. None of our trainers do at all. Our continuing membership prices, but we usually give out. I mean, the prices for the actual challenge. And so ours, we opened with $20 a week, which probably could have done 25 and been fine too. But that they had to reserve with $20, and then that kind of ensured they were going to actually show up for the orientation. So. And I'm going to go over that right now to get moving forward. But does that answer your question?
It does. Because I've been not vague, but I don't want to share that without actually seeing them face to face to close that. So.
Well, I guess I'm responding that way because in my personal experience, I think you'd want a badass opening challenge that's not super cheap, but it's less expensive. So you're going to give them a great deal for the grand opening.
Of course.
I think you should. So I don't mind talking about the price because it's a great deal. It's $20 a week and you're getting all this, and on my automatic responses, I have everything that's included too. I have, nutrition, meal plan, accountability coach, everything that goes along with.
So can I throw something in there? I've asked this question before of other owners who've done well with their open. What should you charge for this opening challenge? And usually the answer is, well, it depends on what your goal is. Do you want a lot of upfront money, or do you want to fill your studio with tons of people, right? And so you do want to give them a great value at like the 20 or 25 bucks a month, because then you're going to have a full boat of people you can convert. That's what I plan on doing.
Mine's a week, 20 bucks a week.
Right, exactly. Yes, 20 bucks a week. So it's like $100 a month, for a 6-week challenge. So, 1.5 times. So that to me is pretty powerful, because then you get these people in and they're the ones you're going to try to convert as much as possible. You want a large base of people to convert, right?
Yeah. And just so you know, I mean, we've done both. We started off totally lost in the sauce, Jody and I, just kind of doing what Quan's just trying to find out what everybody's doing, what works for everybody else, trying to figure out the info. But we opened with $97 totally paid up front for a 28-day challenge. And we were able to open with about 180-something people, 189 people, I think. And that, I feel like Facebook was working better back then, though. I don't know. But still, it works. I lean towards either a low reservation fee or a low weekly fee, some sort of thing. I like having a $10 or $20 reservation fee to guarantee they show up. So for orientation. And let's see here. So moving on from there, I would make it a goal. And I got this from a guy named Josh Carter. And he just put it in my head, and it's always kind of stuck with me. Shoot for 1,000 leads before you open. Just make it a goal. When we first opened, I think our first location, we ended up with 800, our second one around 1,000 or 1,100, and then this one we opened with 2,300. So, but shoot for 1,000 leads. I think that's a good spot to shoot for. And now, one thing, Quan, you asked about how quickly should we contact these people. I think I think the 24 hours is important, because people kind of forget. People kind of forget about things after a day, especially things they sign up for on the internet. So whether it be automated or not automated, like if you have FitPro Tracker, you can automate it. Be sure that something gets back to that person, congratulating them right away. I like a text and an email at different times. And you can say you're entered into our grand opening giveaway. Now, a little trick that we did on ours was we said, if you are interested in, I believe you have the exact text Jody sent to you, Quan, but if you're interested in continuing on, if you're interested in our 6-week grand opening challenge, text back yes. So we had, probably, 30% of the people text back yes, or 40% of the people. And then we got a really warm lead there. Hey, this person's actually interested in a 6-week challenge, or not just sign up for a free thing, so. And then now, how often do you contact these leads as you're going through this? I mean, obviously you can't text and email people all the time. But I think a little nurture here and there is with big updates, like a big update, like, hey, we just got our permits. We're going to be announcing our opening day soon. I would say some of the bigger things you'd want to announce, like when you get permits for construction, or maybe when you announce your grand opening day, or when your first orientations are, things like that.
Can I throw something in there? It's something that you emailed me, which I think is like really, really cool, is that, everything for now, all of my leads are coming into FitPro Tracker. I have, most coming from Facebook, some coming from FitPro newsletter. So I'm going to try to integrate FitPro Tracker with FitPro newsletter so they talk to each other rather than the one-way direction. And now I'm going to, from FitPro newsletter, I'm going to have sort of regular content going out to these leads because there's a lot of great content. And I guess that's one way to keep them engaged.
Yeah, yeah, you can do emails and stuff. It's just that the text is texting is obviously, you're kind of in their personal space, and that pisses me off when people keep texting me, so I don't have a hard rule, but I think you know what it is. So we started marketing back in May, June, and just opened this week. So that's how long we've been doing it, and that's part of the reason we got over 2,000 leads. But people were contacting us saying, I signed up in July or I signed up in June and paid $20, But amazingly, we only had probably maybe 4 or 5 refunds we had to give, which isn't bad considering people were waiting like 6 to 8 months, put $20 down. But we kept them in the loop all the time. That was why, and and got them excited, and you got to see that we were real people too. I think that's the big thing that's missing in most advertising is real people. So that's where the live videos and that personal stuff kind of really kicks it into high gear. So money spending on this, I think $3 to $5 grand is a solid amount to plan on spending. I spent 3 or 4 in my first location, and I spent around 4 or 5, five on my second, and on the third one I spent 12 because we were open for so long. But I mean, don't look at that as a downside. It's more time to gather leads, right? So. But really, a lot of the magic really happens in that last week. I mean, really, the last 2 weeks. I mean, you really people start signing up because it becomes real then. But we had about 180 signed up back in I think December or something. So it was paid. Let me see here. I do. So. I talked about this a little bit before about reservation fees. So there's 2 ways when you're talking about running like a grand opening or a challenge of any kind. You can invite them to a big orientation. What's the way we like to run? We invite them to a big orientation. We have a PowerPoint. This is us. This is what we do. This is what the Buddy Bootcamp is. This is our this is our perspective on nutrition. And a lot of those are going to vary between all you guys, but you can charge for that orientation, have a reservation fee, and make it fully refundable, or you can make it free. And I've done ones where we had 80 or 90 people reserved on the free, and 30 people showed up, or 20 people showed up. We're like, wow, we got out a lot of chairs for nothing. And we followed up too. We texted. We had people call them the day before, leave messages. It's just sometimes doing the free orientation. That's the downside. Now, the plus side is you'll have a lot more people reserve. And one new thing we've been doing, one very powerful thing, is we've been using Calendly. We just started using that one, and Calendly also integrates with FitPro Tracker. So that was really a lifesaver this time around because they can just go. We quit charging reservation fee on the last section of it and just let people reserve their friends, and they brought their friends and family. And Calendly was really handy to have just in the back pocket. Calendly. Yeah. It's a really handy scheduling tool. So, but I say if you've already got their name and phone number and email. If you're 6 months out, if you can get them to give you $20 now, why not? Reserve your spot. I've got 20. I just opened up 20 spots. If you want it, and do it now. I just don't see any reason not to have someone pay and reserve, because that's like a guaranteed person in a challenge. Someone pays $10 or $20, they're going to show up at least to your orientation. And if they show up to your orientation, they're going to be in.
And with that reservation fee, do you credit them into their challenge, or is that completely separate?
You can do that. We do this time. We did we did it separate. But yeah, you can do it as the first week. It's really just up to you. When people ask what it's for, I say it's just so we can properly plan, and so we can verify that people show up. But I tell them if they come and it's not for them, they can ask for a refund anytime. So
Thank you.
So you're going to do this, or something similar to this. And then you're going to get to this point where, hey, construction's almost finished. We're going to be doing inspections. Or you're getting an idea of where you're going to be opening. And you're going to set what your grand opening date is. Might be 3 weeks out, might be 6 weeks out. I think 45 to 60 days is a nice time to start really, if you have that amount of knowledge. You might only have a month of real knowledge. Hey, our grand opening is going to be for sure now. But you can start really pushing the challenge itself and kind of really getting on all your leads then. So you're going to start letting them know, you're going to be emphasizing like scarcity time. You can say things like, I just opened up 15 more spots. The last one's filled up. Were you still interested? Especially if you have all these other people that had previously made contact with you. You let me know you were interested. Hey, I just want to be sure you are. And then they can go to the page and reserve their spot. Or you can just send the Calendly. But it depends on how you're doing it, whether you're taking money or not. Let me see. I'm just looking here. Any questions on that really quick? I'm going to go into a little bit more about the ramp up.
Yeah, let me ask you, because you're advertising a free 6 month, or somebody won a spot in the 6 week transformation challenge. So you want to keep people engaged, and at some point you're going to be transitioning them to selling a 6 month the challenge. So how often are you announcing to these people, hey, guess what, you just won?
So we did this a little different this time. We started running ads. We ran our giveaway ads, and we also started boosting live videos that we did as we were ramping up, as our trainers were in the gym, or we were in the gym, like doing random construction stuff, whatever. But we were advertising the actual challenge itself, not just the giveaway. Hey, reserve your spot now. And then at the same time, we were doing live phone calls to people. And you can go to Facebook.com/Delray FitBody. You can see all the times we called people and gave away free entrances to the membership. And we would just grab them off their Pro Tracker just randomly. And we'd call them live on Facebook on the phone and be like, we give it away. And we were doing that as often as we could, because who cares? If I can get I'm not worried about it. Don't think about upfront money. This whole thing is about getting people in your place working out. It's not a lot of times I've found it in fitness marketing, when you're overly concerned about upfront money, you're not concerned about important things like retention. And I told Quan, we ran for a while at our first location, just bouncing from challenge to challenge, but our retention sucked. We were making money, but we weren't actually keeping anybody, and it was wearing us out. So, we were just calling people and showing them we were trying to do it every day. We didn't get it every day. And then Jody did. She gave away I think she gave away the 6 month. I think we only gave away 1 6 month, and we gave away some 3 month memberships, and we gave away, 20 or so free entrances. The thing is, though, we've given away more than a few 6 month memberships at our other locations, and it's people don't even show up. It's funny. It's like they don't even last. It's that whole thing about how you value things, I think. But it's funny. I don't even mind giving them away because they're rarely ever used. But they look cool and they get people excited, and that's what this is a hype game. This opening thing is all building as much hype as you can.
So you're saying almost every day you were giving a 6 month away.
We were giving away entrances to the a free 6 week grand opening challenge. So
okay, so can we go into so you're in list building mode, right? Up until a certain point, and then suddenly
you got that feeling. Okay, I can set my grand opening date.
Right.
It's 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks away.
So So when you know when your opening date's going to be, when do you go from list building to starting to sell challenges?
Well, here's the cool thing is what I was saying earlier was you're always selling challenges. It's just now it's more urgent. So we ran that I just turned off the 6-month giveaway like a few days ago. So I was still running that. I mean, it was bringing me traffic, and it started a conversation with people because we had that one text that went out and then offered them, hey, I think we modified our text a bit after we opened, say, hey, we're opening now, are you interested in getting into this? And we congratulated them and let them know they were in the running for the 6 month, but we were able to start that conversation. And I don't care how they got into my back pocket, but I'm going to use it. I mean, whether they think they're going to win or not, I can contact them and start selling. Now, at the same time, you can be running other ads focusing on the 6-week. You can send them to a landing page, or you can just do a lead ad style thing. You can do ads that say, comment below if you're interested and I'll contact you directly. You can do things like that. We do a lot of that on live videos, comment below and we'll make contact, or click here to reserve your spot in our orientation. Another thing you can do is you can do we sent out a text a couple weeks ago allowing everybody, we apologize, thank them for being so patient. And because they were so patient, we let them bring a friend to the orientation for free. Why not? So there's another way to double it up. And then while they're at the orientations, you have them in, there's another technique which we can share at another time where you can have all of them invite 3 friends and give them a free week. So invite 3 friends, I'll give you a free week. And Jody I think she was getting 30 something referrals off of each orientation she did. It was pretty cool.
And those are probably more qualified leads, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, well, they're a friend of a person who went and visited, who's really excited about their fitness journey, and they're telling their friend about it. Yeah, because their friends, gonna ask them about it. But I'm happy to get anybody I can get in contact with and get that newsletter going. I mean, we've had lots of people come up and come into our locations and be like, I've been getting your emails for like a year now. I finally thought I'd come check you guys out. I mean, that's just part of advertising. What's the deal with the credit card? The credit card companies. They say they have to send 10 or 15 pieces of junk mail out before someone actually signs up for a credit card. I mean, because what do? You throw it in the trash every single. It's amazing how many times you do that, but they're constantly in front of you, and so sometimes that's good.
Third, when you do your challenges, when people sign up, do the challenges start at a specific time altogether, or people that sign up just do their own challenges on their own, like sort of their own schedules as they come in?
For the grand opening, I think you want one that starts at a specific time. Now you can stagger that. Like we're still accepting people in our 6-week challenge and getting them in there, but you create a lot of extra paperwork and headache, because if these are challenges, you're going to be tracking them, their results. You might have accountability coaches tracking them, or you might be in contact with them in certain weeks. They're going to be getting meal plans. It just adds a lot of confusion when you're constantly staggered. Now, my wife and I are building a 6-week challenge that we made called Transform University, and it's like we're going to try to run it. Right now we're running the standard good old-fashioned 21-day, and we run that all the time. You can start whenever you want, start any day of the week, and it's your 21 days. We're going to do a 6-week challenge, but we're going to try to give it more of a challenge feel. And I'm going to get into what makes a challenge special too here in a second. Actually, did I answer your question, or Mo?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Like having them staggered, there's a lot of paperwork if you're tracking and trying to contact different people at different times and remembering
what meal plan you're on.
each one has.
And it kind of, for the grand opening, I think it really helps with just that cohesive feel. Like the people in Delray are so excited. I feel like we started a religion. I really do. I mean, it's crazy how stoked these people are, and they're supporting each other. It's just beautiful. And it would be tougher to do that. It wouldn't be as cohesive if they didn't all start at roughly the same time, you know? Another
Right,
thing,
right.
here's another, just a lot of crap's going to go down during your grand opening. You guys are going to be running, 18-hour days and losing sleep, and it's going to be a wild ride. You're going to have problems with construction. You're going to have problems with permits. Just expect it. If you don't, consider yourself lucky. But like Jody and I, we thought the second we found out we were going to be able to open, we announced our orientations, and we had already announced orientations and canceled them one time before because of bad word from a contractor. And then 2 months later, we were double extra sure, and we announced orientations, and there were so many people. We had 200 and some odd people just that Saturday and Sunday. No, I think we had 160 on Saturday and Sunday, and there was no way we were going to be able to serve them well. They didn't have time to go buy their groceries, do the meal prep. So what we did was we made the next week prep week, and it gave us an extra week to go ahead and, grand opening challenge is starting. And that was really handy for us. We'd never done that before. The other times we would have just tried to start it on Monday and just screw everybody up. But so we made prep week, and we sent out this message saying, hey, we appreciate all your patience. We're going to give you